Few stories in sports transcend the game itself, but Kobe Bryant's Dear Basketball isn't just a story, it's a love letter. A love letter to a game that gave him everything and a testament to chasing greatness with passion and dedication. Dear Basketball isn't just a short film, it's a deeply personal farewell from one of the greatest athletes of all time, Kobe Bryant. But here's the kicker, it won an Oscar. Let's break down why this 5-minute animated masterpiece is so much more than just a goodbye. Dear Basketball is based on a poem Kobe wrote when he announced his retirement in 2015. It's a heartfelt reflection on his lifelong love for the game. Starting with his childhood dreams of playing in the NBA, it captures the raw emotion of a kid who turned his passion into a legendary career. That moment, it resonates with so many of us. Remember being a kid, dreaming big, believing you could achieve the impossible? Kobe reminds us that those dreams are the foundations of greatness. The animation in Dear Basketball is nothing short of stunning. It was brought to life by Glenn Keane, a legendary Disney animator behind the classics like The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. Keane's hand-drawn style gives the film a raw, nostalgic vibe, perfect for Kobe's deeply personal message. Let's listen now to hear what Kobe says in his own words about Dear Basketball as he speaks with Jay Shetty.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you go a step deeper. For me, observing you and learning about you and hearing you speak in other interviews and everything, what I'm fascinated by is that you've dealt with things in life pretty head on. Mm-hmm. Right? You've always gone at it. What took you a while? What was something in your life that you were shy about originally, or that took you a while to go head on with, but then finally you got there and you figured it out?
Writing Dear Basketball, that was a hard jump, because I'd written before. I started writing probably about 17 years ago. So practicing every day. A lot of things that I wrote were ads. And so when you write an ad, nobody looks up at who wrote the ad, right? You can there's a certain anonymity that comes along with that, right? But writing Dear Basketball was different. It's putting it out there for the world to see. It's trying to create a short film. And I didn't know if I could do it, man. And, it was my daughter who kind of put things in perspective for me, Gianna. She's now 13. And she was like, well, you always tell us to go for it. So...
She put you on the spot.
Yeah, she put me on the spot. She was like, you going to talk about it? You going to be about it, basically. And, and that gave me the final push.
I love that. When you started writing 17 years ago, did you envision that one day you would move into this storytelling space, or was it just something you enjoyed at the time?
No, man. It was just something I enjoyed, and I enjoyed writing ads. It was something funny about trying to distill a message down into 30 seconds or a minute, depending on the budget. You know what I mean? Trying to say something important, trying to speak to the brand attributes, but also speak to something that's greater and that has a stronger message, stronger philosophical message. And how do you connect those dots? So putting that puzzle together was something that was really intriguing. Yeah. But I never thought I'd be writing novels or movies and that sort of stuff. Never, man.
I love that, man. I love it how everything evolves naturally. And actually hearing you say that, it reminds me, so my vision when I was sharing earlier became very clearly making wisdom go viral. Mm-hmm. And I was like, how do I take these teachings that are so sacred, they're hidden away in these books, and how do I make them really relevant and accessible and practical to the whole world? Mm-hmm. Because I know that anyone can access them. They're universal, right? These teachings can apply to anyone, but sometimes they're just hidden away.
Sure.
And a young person doesn't know how to find them. So that inspires me hearing them.
That's beautiful too, because especially in today's world, there's so much clutter. It becomes harder for kids to try to weave through a lot of the crap that's out there to find stuff that's actually beneficial to them.
Yeah, I think you reminded me, I think E.O. Wilson said, we're drowning in information, starving for wisdom.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
Especially, and that's why I think your work is cutting through, because I think what you've managed to do with your new work is that you're finding ways to connect with what people care about, but you're taking it a step deeper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not just settling for let's talk about sports. It's not just about sports. It's about life, right?
It's about the metaphor that sports has for life.
Fun fact, the animation process took months to perfect. Every stroke was intentional, every frame dripping with emotion. Glenn Keane said that Kobe's story wasn't just about basketball, it was about pouring your heart into what you love. The film's score was composed by none other than John Williams. Yes, that John Williams, composer of Star Wars, Jaws, and Indiana Jones. Williams' heartfelt, sweeping score perfectly complements Kobe's words and Keen's visuals. It's like poetry in motion. Imagine writing a love letter and it's read aloud with music by John Williams. Now that's legendary. In 2018, Dear Basketball made history when it won the Academy Award for Best Animated Short Film. Think about that, a basketball player winning an Oscar. It was the ultimate proof that Kobe wasn't just a phenomenal athlete, he was also a visionary storyteller. Beyond the accolades, Dear Basketball is a reminder of what it means to love something so deeply that you give it your all. Kobe's message to us is clear: find your passion, work tirelessly for it, and when the time comes to move on, let it go with gratitude and grace. I gotta be honest, I got a little emotional watching this movie. Whether it's basketball, art, music, or something entirely unique, Dear Basketball challenges us to ask, what's your love letter to life? What are you willing to dedicate yourself to? If you haven't watched Dear Basketball, do yourself a favor and experience this masterpiece. It's only 5 minutes long, but its message, that'll stay with you forever. You can watch Dear Basketball on Amazon Prime with my affiliate link in the video description.